I am on the way this morning to the Rivian Service Center in San Diego to get the first service done for the warranty. I'm looking to get all the little nitpicks fixed. There's nothing major, but the door handles make noises when they come out, and the wind noise from the window seal that's not flush. It doesn't let the window push all the way up. Basically have everything checked out, all those little things fixed. The window's just been super annoying. Every time I roll it down, then I have to use like a credit card or something to swipe the seal and hold it in place while I push while I roll the window up. These are all really small issues, and my wife and I had a discussion this weekend about how much we're dreading this experience. Service is one of the issues that we were most hesitant about buying a Rivian, because it seems, this will be my first experience, so you're riding with me for it. I will post update videos, but it seems like if you're looking online and you're reading about it, it could potentially be a really bad experience. And I've heard horror stories about, people put in gas cars for 3 months or whatever. I'm going to be a little bit frustrated if they do have to keep the car and I end up in a gas loaner, for multiple reasons. One, like, you bought an EV, right, only to get put back in a gas vehicle, and then you're that's like the whole thing, like, oh, I'm being better for the planet, I'm powering my own vehicle from the sun, blah blah blah, and then you get put back in a gas vehicle, and on top of that you're going to pay extra for it, right? Because no longer am I paying for it with my solar panels, I'm paying for it out of my own pocket. It is what it is. I'm fortunate enough to be in a position where I have a spare vehicle that's also an EV. My daughter's Nissan Leaf, so I'll be driving that if I am not in an electric loaner. Loaner aside, if you do any Googling, you'll find what I'm hoping to be the scariest, most negative stories out there. And a lot of people, that's the internet, right? Is a lot of times the negative rises to the top, and that's what the algorithm feeds off of, and all the rest of it. Negative stuff gets more clicks and likes. That's, if I made a bunch of EV hate videos, they would probably be more popular even than my pro EV videos. I guess I'm curious to see how this service experience is, how it goes, what's good, what's bad. I haven't owned a Tesla, so that I was tempted, but the service stories were too scary for me. I wasn't going to invest at some other things too. They didn't have a compelling vehicle for me. We did consider a Model Y for my wife before we got the Mach-E. It wasn't what we would have enjoyed. I'm not knocking them, but there, again, a lot of bad stories, right? Which, having not owned one, I don't know what the truth of the matter is, if it's really most people have these stories, or it's pretty exclusive, to a small group of people. I do know somebody who he's owned, I think, 3 Teslas now. His parents bought one and they had a horrible lemon law type experience. So that's kind of the most that I've heard about it, good or bad. That said, I don't know anyone that owns a Tesla who doesn't like it. So, at least they'll tell everybody they do. So the aim of this video is to be completely open and transparent and help anybody who is considering a Rivian purchase. I guess we'll find out together what Rivian service is like. So driving through San Diego on a surprisingly overcast day on the way to the San Diego Service Center. Yeah, I guess my biggest concern is, they did try and schedule me sooner than what I'm going in for now, but my issues were so minor, I really didn't want to bring it into the shop. At the time, we were doing some family road trips over the summer, and then it just ended up being more convenient to bring it out there in October. Hopefully I look back at this video and I laugh, because my wife and I literally talked over the weekend and we're like, I don't know if we'll have it back in December when our baby is supposed to arrive. I don't know, we'll cross that bridge if we come to it, I guess. So I'm hoping for the best, but you can hope in one hand and cry into the other one and see which fills first. So yeah, let's go find out together what Rivian service is like. Okay, here we go, pulling into the San Diego Service Center now. Okay, so when you open up the Rivian app, once it's at the service center, you can see that it's in service mode. I actually rolled over 4,000 miles on the way there. We can go to details, lets you know what's going on. And then here you can see the requests that I've asked them to take a look at. Most of these, he said, the service advisor said that they would probably be within the parameters. Um, and I'll go over that if that's what they determine is, the outcome of all of those. But they're going to fix the stuff like the window seal, and they will take a look at everything, let me know. Okay, so you join me at the end of the day. I'm home again, and this is what I've got. It's a 2024 Jeep Wagoneer L. Obviously, it's a gas vehicle that I have as a loaner. They did give me a fuel free tank of gas, so I can bring it back. It was full when I got it. I can bring it back on E. Rivian paid for a lift for me to get to Enterprise, where they took care of the rental. And now I have this, I guess, until I get the Rivian back. It's nowhere near as nice as a Rivian. That's fine. But it is a nice rental, right? Like there's plenty of space for the kids in there. All I asked was that it was a 7-passenger or more. And I did ask if they had any EVs available. The guy ahead of me in line got the last Model Y. I don't know. It was already gone, so there was no point asking if it was the 7-seater or 6-seater, I think they do in those, or not. I'd have tried it, but that's okay. So I've got a free tank of gas in this. I'm not going to be driving it anyway. I'm going to be driving the Leaf, other than when I need to drive this because we're going somewhere as a whole family. The service experience was generally good. I walked in there. They got me kind of checked out. I was about 20 minutes early. They got me checked out anyway. Went over everything on the paperwork. I signed it again. He went out there, verified everything out there on my actual car together so that he knew what, was going on. And then my lift showed up and I left. They have the app to message you. He said he'll be touching base every day. So fingers crossed it won't be long, and I'll be back in the Rivian.